Welcome to a Fallout 76 episode. Today I'm going to take us through all the information we have on the Wastelanders update coming in the next few months. This is the official, right off the Bethesda webpage, logo for the Wastelanders DLC. And our journey will begin here at Vault 76. Upon exiting the vault, we will meet Lacey and Isella, and they will welcome us to Appalachia and give us our first quest. They will send us to the Wayward Inn. It is on the map here around Direct Center with the new user interface that shows us the main quests with a square instead of a diamond shape, which is going to make it a whole lot easier to find these. It is directly across the street from the Overseer's camp. Our first quest is called Wayward Souls. Discover the fate of Appalachia and its people. The women, that's Lacey and Isella, have directed me towards the Wayward, a recently set up bar further down the mountain. I should pay it a visit. And then you can add it to your Pip-Boy. If you're completely new to Fallout 76, you'll be heading here south to the Overseer's camp. It is also directly across the street from where the Wayward Inn will be placed. At the corner of Highway 88, which we're on right now, and 86. So if you have your camp here on the right side of the covered bridge, all the way down to probably the Slocum's Joe's and the new Coca-Cola sign, this area will more than likely be completely uncampable. You will have to find a new place for your camp. And here's an image showing the placement of the Wayward. So here's what the Wayward Inn will look like. We have the motel portion on the left. Looks like a little outdoor cafe, and then the bar / trailer where we will meet Duchess and Mort. And this image shows Duchess, and in the background a ghoul named Mort, and behind her on the table I noticed a blue image. I think that's a plan to something. Anytime we've ever had plans in the game and stuff, it doesn't look like a bar mat or something. It looks either like a map or a plan to something. So we will meet her here inside the bar. The second image is actually slightly different because Mort is dressed in raider leathers this time instead of the white shirt and vest. So he may be undercover working with the raiders. It's definitely a new set of clothing for this character. And here's another image they released of Mort wearing the vest and white shirt. The area we currently know as the crashed space station, I currently have a camp here, is going to change names. It's going to be known as the Crater, and it will look like this. The biggest change here is that center portion that is now level with the ground, and the tube that extended up to the right on the outer ring is now broken, and now this center section is level with the ground plane. And they've built, it looks like, power on the left, and this is supposed to be a raider area. We don't know if they're the friendly raiders that are established themselves in Appalachia, or whether they're the raiders from the groups that were pushed out, and then Rose, as you fix the radio for her, are calling them back. We don't know anything about the raider factions yet. And as our vault dweller in the flannel shirt met Duchess, he is here to meet Meg. She is at the crater area, and I would love to know what that image is that is attached to the, as we'll call it, raider armor is. It is an arm attached to an armband or a piece of super mutant meat. I have no idea, but it's very bizarre looking. Please leave a comment below if you have any idea what that might be. And then there's this image they released. It was entitled Leader, so it's quite possible that our Vault Dweller player here in the Vault 76 suit is about to meet Meg or maybe somebody further higher up that we have not seen yet. It could possibly be this guy. This character was featured in the trailer quite heavily. And again, I know we already have been able to purchase this Atomic Shop Raider outfit with the tires. Can anybody tell me what is on the loop on the string? Are those like hunting whistles or something? I've seen them before on the actual Raider clothing that we could purchase in the Atomic Shop, but I have no idea what they are. If anybody thinks there's that there's some kind of a hunting whistle for signaling, please leave a comment in the comment section below. Thank you. This image is from the Rollins work camp area in the ash heap, and the image shows a Raider takeover of this area. So it's possible that character is here. This image showing the church at the Kanawha County Cemetery shows that the cult of the Mothman has made a resurgence since before the war. That is quite a lot of change. It looks like bone structure, something large growing out of it that looks a lot like bone, but from a very large creature. My guess. Moving on to the Spruce Knob underground location where settlers have fled the scorched above ground. We have this image again of the Spruce Knob underground. And an above ground image released showing workers working on, looks like a power system at Spruce Knob. And here is the Watauga Underground. It is an underground parking garage system, and quite a few beautiful color images have been released. It is a Raider area, so leave or die. Another image showing the sheer size of the Watauga Underground parking garage system. I hope we get to explore all of this. Looks like it's about 5-6 levels of cars that can be stacked up. This is a ticketing system. All of these images were taken from any of the Inside the Vault newsletters. I'll leave a link to the newsletters. I do like to read the news. Some people like to read it right off the website. I like to do my little newscast of whenever any news is released. And this image here showing the Raider Insurgents, although that could be the Gourmands, possibly, just from the view of the Raider image on the upper left part of the map. In addition to the Raiders, we also have images released of the settlers. And our little gold panning guy in the middle, this location is Wixon Farm. And we saw this all in the Wastelanders trailer that was released. New creatures are the Windigo Colossus. And some concept art of the same creature. This trio of floaters are called Flamers, Freezers, and Chompers. Also, during the QuakeCon news conference, press conference, they released a series of images for the settlers' clothing. So we have a couple of male options and a few female clothing options. So those are all the images that Bethesda has released thus far for the Wastelanders update. Now I'm going to take you to the Grafton pawn shop. I just passed the Grafton train station on my left, so just head straight east along this road, enjoy Grafton Day, and enter off-team in the building on your left. Just look for this fallen tree that's against the roof of the pawn shop. Just head on inside. Now, I've already done a video on how to obtain these map fragments, but I'm just going to do a very quick overview. If you have not watched those videos and want a more in-depth explanation, please feel free to find that video and watch it. Here we go. Okay, the first thing you want to do upon entering the pawn shop is to pick up the 3 notes on the floor just inside the main door. They relate to the owner of the pawn shop. Her name was Flavia Stabo. Flavia was conducting a secret investigation in and around what she termed the Treasure of Appalachia and a number of disappearances of local citizens. She called herself the Vigilant Citizen. And if you read all of the notes carefully, there's a major clue right there, the calendar on the wall, and also all the items in and around the pawn shop relate to the location of some of these notes and map fragments you're about to see. Now, my 2 boards here are completely filled. Yours, if you're first time entering this area, will be empty. You go down here, flip on this yellow black light, and it will illuminate your first 6 clues on the wall. Now, these relate to 6 map fragments that give you a 6-digit code to get into Vault 79 to get the treasure of Appalachia. Gasman refers to the large Red Rocket Megastop. Spelunker is the Uncanny Caverns. Teach is Morgantown High School. The Meat is the General's Steakhouse. Cryptid is the Mothman Museum, and Halo is Haven Church. You go to those locations and you will find small manila packets on top of desks and countertops, and you return here and place those 6 map fragments on the bulletin board, and you will have your own personal 6-digit code to get into Vault 79. Now, this board is the tough one. This relates to a series of packages that Flavia Stabo mailed out from the Clarksburg post office. Now, the hardest thing to do is to figure out, without data mining, where to start your journey to find these notes. And downstairs you saw the calendar, and I also focused on the mounted goat head. Now, those will take you to Van Lowe Taxidermy. There was so much taxidermy in the pawn shop. The calendar is only found at Van Lowe Taxidermy, and the goat head was only found at Van Lowe. So that is the first place you go to get your first note. As you start to return here and place the notes on the walls, it will unravel a little bit more on the history of the disappearances. And I had an extensive video on the notes before they were released. I will leave a link in the description. You will visit police stations, particularly the Monaga Police Station for another note packet, Senator Blackwell's office on the top floor of the Charleston Capitol Building, and Quinn Carter's editor's office at the Charleston Herald. Those are 4 of the 5 locations you can figure out and go there and get your note fragments. The hardest one was trying to find a connection to De Silva and Silva Farms. Datamine showed the locations of all 5 of these map fragments, but I couldn't figure out who De Silva was until a friend of mine, Duckeye, reminded me that there's a secret cave near Spruce Knob that mentions De Silva. So we're going to go take a quick run out to Spruce Knob and show you where you can find all of that information and complete the 5 locations of the notes, the last one being Silva Farms. So here we go. And here we are at the location in Spruce Knob Lake. I'm going to show it to you on the map. It's just a little bit south of Spruce Knob, and you can fast travel directly there. Just travel your way around the lake. There'll probably be, okay, there was about 4 or 5 Mirelurks to kill before you can get in here. Yeah, they're all dead, so I can do this video in peace. The note you're looking for is right there on the crate. And this is from Elizabeth Taggarty, who headed up Taggarty's Thunder, the Appalachian division of the Brotherhood of Steel. And the second line from the bottom. De Silva grew up around here. She offered to show us around the local watering holes. So, they were in the middle of war games here when the bombs dropped. I'll show you those holotapes in a moment, but that's your clue to go to Silva Farms. And as you know, it's on the left side of the map in the forest area, and you will find the 6th packet there. And it has some really good information about the Filcher Farm Report, etc. There are a number of holotapes in here. War games. Another note here on the orders they had to Taggarty. Remember, she's in the army before she joined up with the Brotherhood. And also there should be a holotape when she was in contact with Maxon. And up here, one more note. And De Silva says there's a survival training camp northeast of here. It's in the second paragraph from the bottom. So another hint for De Silva. And that would be Camp McClintock. No. Camp Venture, where they all ended up starting up the Brotherhood of Steel there at Camp Venture.
We're in the mission boundary, right, Weber?
We're at Spruce Knob. 2 clicks. We're 2 clicks from the edge.
So we hug the line, move hard, move fast, and we may catch the Marines with their pants down.
LT, you may want to listen to this.
What is it, Moreno?
The comm. Chatter's weird. Let me...
No. Confirm nuclear strike on New York. Shit.
Oh, God. It's the end. The end.
Keep all... The whole channel's been locked. Not sure how they're doing that.
Man, the brass has gone all out. Is this part of the war game, Lieutenant?
In the event of a nuclear exchange, we are to immediately seek orders from a superior. For the purpose of these war games, however, we are completely on our own, cut off from command.
Any standing orders we can fall back on, Lieutenant?
None that I know of.
Whoa! It's you.
There's one over there, too.
Mother of...
This isn't no war game.
Turn that off.
Trying band, AH-13. Lieutenant, I got something.
I can't make anything out.
Sorry, working on it.
Maxon to Appalachia. Repeat, this is Captain Roger Maxon.
Give that to me.
Seeking any...
Lieutenant Taggarty here. Captain, it's you?
Lizzie. Damn. It's good to hear a friendly voice.
Captain, I heard you're a traitor.
Traitor. If disobeying unconscionable orders makes you a traitor, and I suppose I am. Lizzie, I'm glad you're alive, but I need to find someone in Appalachia. Someone dependable.
That's where I am. The Thunder was running war games against some jarheads.
So they're still in one piece. By God, Lizzie, this is good news.
Roger, you're a traitor. I could be court-martialed even talking to you.
Lizzie, look around you. The army's gone. America has fallen. I know you have questions, but we need to talk. There are things I learned at Mariposa. got a scientist with me, Dr. Takano. We'll set up a secure channel. I'll answer all your questions then.
Captain,
Lizzie, you know me. You need to talk.
we'll monitor this band. Haggerty out.
So now you have all of your map fragments and notes and have placed them on the board inside the Grafton pawn shop. In addition, there's one more note inside the Clarksburg post office, right below the terminal that talks about 999, the individual called 999. There is a note just beneath the terminal. It cannot be placed on the board, but again, it's another note just to finish up finding everything we need to know. Now, to get to Vault 79, you travel to the Bailey family cabin and walk straight north until you hit the rock face. And there's sometimes some super mutants out here. Luckily, I didn't run into them this time. I'm letting the video play because sometimes it is a little difficult to find, but if you stay straight north, you cannot miss it. I also wanted to take the time to thank my over 5,000 subscribers. I had no idea I would have more than a few hundred, meaning friends and family. It means a lot to me when you all subscribe to the channel. I never ask to like a video or subscribe to the channel, but if you are not a subscriber yet, please subscribe to the channel. I would most appreciate it. I'm also looking to find out, kind of like a poll, to find out what you want to hear from me in regards to Wastelanders. There's going to be a ton of new characters, new power armor, new body armor, new weapons, new Gauss rifles, everything. Let me know in the comments section what you want to see videos on for Wastelanders. Now, once you hit the cliff face, just head a little bit to the east and you will find what used to be a campable cave location. The reason many people found this location before the notes and map fragments were released because quite a few people were actually camped here. So just go up to the keypad as soon as I drink some water, because as usual doing videos I run out of water and food. And you're going to input the 6-digit code that is individual to you so you can get into Vault 79. Yeah, I definitely want one of those doors to my basement studio, which right now is in the middle of my living room. Alright, go ahead and walk through the laser grid, which is open to you now, and hit that Vault 79 button, and you will enter the, I guess, the alcove for Vault 79. Just give you a quick look around. I was looking for one of those Pip-Boy access terminals, but there was not one. It's actually a pretty cool location. So if you watch the link where I discuss in depth the notes that you find, it explains that Vault 79 is full of gold. And the atomic number for gold is 79 also. There is this working terminal, but there were really not that much information in regards to the vault itself, besides they had some security there, some personnel that were monitoring the entire area, but nothing related to really what's inside and how to get inside. So again, nothing of note on the terminal and no Pip-Boy access point. I did check the small trailer that's off to the left of the actual vault door. I highly recommend that you take the time to read all of the notes to make a little bit more understanding of Vault 79, what is inside, who Flavia Stabo was, and how she came to the conclusion that there was gold in there. And unfortunately, this is more than likely Flavia Stabo's body. A skeletal structure looks to be that of a female. There also appears to be a large fracture at the base of the skull, which is surrounded by gunpowder residue. So she was shot in the back of the head. She had left the Grafton pawn shop. She had mailed all of her packets out to those 5 individuals that you found the note packets of. And we must continue her investigation as to what and why gold is in Vault 79. So thank you so very much for watching, and I'll see you out in the world. Nope, no Pip-Boy access there. Take care, and thanks so very much for watching.